What's up, YouTube? It's your coach. Thank you guys so much for the support. Here's an episode of my podcast that I love, that I wanted to share with you guys. Please subscribe, like. Thank you for the support. Here's another episode of the Coach HP Show. I'm going to be dropping a lot of these. I've been hoarding these things. I'm going to release them to you guys. Some of it's baseball related, some of it's not. I hope you enjoy this episode. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, boom, and we're on. All right, McCall, let me give you the rules first, okay?
Okay.
Rule number 1, there are no rules.
Okay.
You got that?
Perfect.
If anything happens a little weird, I can edit it here. Hopefully, remember, these people down here are not going to listen to you. So it's just me here, but we're going to be good, okay? Let me introduce you first to Zach up there. Zach is from Tennessee. Mm-hmm. He's one of the greatest artists of our generation.
Oh, period.
So he's up there. He's going to come in soon. But before we get to him, let's get to you. So I think from looking at your work and looking at your stuff that you're so talented and you have so much potential, right?
Thank you.
And who I met and who I see on TikTok are two different people. I would have never thought you'd be so funny, so edgy, so cool, all these things, okay? So I have questions. Zach has questions up there. Whatever you need, we're going to go as long as you want to go. There's no rules. I know it's only your second podcast, but this is chill. We're not on NBC, CBS. You can curse. You could do whatever you want.
I am so excited.
You got that? All right. So Zach has his questions. I have mine. You have yours. Whatever. We're going to start back and forth. First question I'm going to ask you. Okay. TikTok. How did you start thinking about TikTok?
So I have 5 guy best friends, and they all did TikTok, and they saw success really quickly on there. And they kept telling me, they were like, you have to get on TikTok. It's such an amazing opportunity. And I had been doing YouTube for a couple years, and I liked the idea of long form content more than short form content. I felt like I was able to connect with my audience better. But then I decided to show on TikTok my funnier side, and it did really well. So my best friends convinced me to do it.
Thinking about funnier side, right? So one of the things you have is that you said, and it's so interesting with girls because you're how old now? 21, 20?
I'm 17.
Oh my God. Didn't you graduate college already?
No, I just graduated high school.
Oh, and you're so mature. That's right. So you're 17. Oh my God. Okay. So 17, right? You sometimes hint low-key bad girl.
Oh, period.
There's some moves that you do. You don't do it a lot. But every once in a while, you hit us with what is it called? The TikTok pants or something like that, right? And I see what you're doing there, right? When did you make a conscious choice? Okay, I'm not going to be that girl. I'm only going to hit it every once in a while. Mm-hmm. How did you think about that?
I didn't really I'm very proud of my body because health and fitness is a really big deal to me. And on my YouTube, I really do a lot with that. But I quickly decided that on my TikTok, I didn't want to do that because I've seen a lot of people, as soon as they do workout content, that's all that people want from them. And that's the only way that I would really showcase my body or how I got it. And it just isn't me to, I don't know. I just didn't want to. I just I don't know. I'm fine with when other girls do that, right. But I just knew that I didn't want to be known for that and have people.
That makes sense. Now, do you play any sports or anything?
I used to run track in high school.
That explains it. What exercise did you do? What did you run? Did you sprinting, the hurdles? Yeah,
I was a sprinter. I did the 100, the 200, the 4x1, and the 4x2.
Zach, you think you could beat her?
No, not a chance. I run, but long distance, but I don't even like doing that. But
Zach, do you think me, you in a relay can beat her? I don't think so. Can we?
I don't know.
No, there's no way. So. There's no way. So you did that. As you start, because we had a conversation, I saw a lot of acting things with you. I didn't just see a TikTok person. I told you YouTube. I think you should attack YouTube. Especially looking now at your body at work, McCall, dude, I really see that. I really see the talent. I see the crying. I see the this and that, right? Did you, since we've spoken, did you start with the YouTube or not yet?
I started with YouTube. So I've been doing YouTube since middle school.
Oh my God. How's that coming along?
It's going really good. That is my favorite platform to produce content on. I'm at 80,000 subscribers and it's all been from YouTube. It's not TikTok to YouTube.
Look at that. How do you know they're, because they've just been with you since day one? How do you know about that?
Because I'm yet to promote my YouTube on my TikTok because the content is so different and I really don't want my TikTok audience to subscribe and then expect me to like cry on video in like a funny way. And the content's so different that I haven't really touched trying to merge the platforms.
What's the dude? I didn't know you had the YouTube. What's the content on YouTube like? What is it?
I do vlogs and I also have done a couple documentaries where I'm like very vulnerable. So one of them was I documented healing from a breakup I went through for 6 months. And then this year I released a video called Losing 3 Family Members in 1 month. And so I just try to be very open and honest with my audience and connect with them. They're my besties.
That's a super mature thing to be. How did you get that maturity? Did you just like, you were born that way? Did you learn that? How did you get that mature?
Definitely from my parents being so transparent with me about what was happening in our family and like showing me how we heal and how we move forward. I was also very inspired by Shane Dawson and all of his series. He was so vulnerable on the internet and I loved that. Like I felt like he was my best friend every time I watched his videos.
Didn't that dude get destroyed recently? He's in timeout. He's in timeout now, right?
He is in timeout, but years ago, before things surfaced, I loved him and I still look up to his content.
How did you learn to edit? Was it you on TikTok? How does that happen? I did my first one yesterday to put the thing. I learned the screen stuff. How did you learn how to do that?
So I learned to edit on TikTok just through trial and error. And it was, I don't know, TikTok was so hard for me to learn. I don't know why. I feel like they set it up to be very easy. And then for my YouTube videos, I was also self-taught, just exploring like the different platforms. I started with iMovie and then I went to Final Cut Pro.
Final Cut Pro. You never did the Adobe?
No, I didn't because in middle school, I did a film class and we had to use Adobe and something was not clicking. I never understood it. And maybe one day though.
How's Final Cut? Is that good? Do you like it?
I really like it. It does everything I need it to do. I don't do like intense edits. So it gets the job done for me.
Dude, I'm going to take a look at it because I'm an iMovie guy. I do everything still on iMovie. So that's my thing. Zach, hit her with a question, buddy. Come on.
All right. So one of the questions I had, I mean, you were talking about, the difference between YouTube and TikTok. And now that YouTube has come out with YouTube Shorts, and I saw that you have posted a couple YouTube Shorts, that to me seems like that kind of, maybe area or like point to where you could merge a little bit of the content because I mean, I believe in, reusing content. Like I post the same content on TikTok as I do YouTube, as I do Instagram. Mm-hmm. But what do you think about like YouTube Shorts and it changing towards, trying to get more short form content like TikTok?
I think that YouTube Shorts have done like wonders for like different creators. My one of my really good friends, Sean, went from, I think it was 200,000 subscribers to he's close to 3 million subscribers from Shorts. And so I think one of my biggest regrets is doing different content on TikTok to YouTube because I can't really convert. And so I think that any creator that's trying to grow platforms should really focus on converting because it's so powerful. We've seen like Dixie D'Amelio get so many subscribers from her TikTok and it's such a smart move. Mm-hmm. So I have made a second TikTok account where I do like more of like the health videos because I do that on my YouTube and I've started posting those shorts onto there. So I think that everyone should get onto YouTube Shorts if you're a YouTuber.
McCall, what did you think about Zach's first question?
About YouTube Shorts?
Yeah, that's a good question, right?
Yeah, no, I love it.
I love it. All right. I'm setting the mood here. I want to make sure, hey, this is I don't want to mute him. I don't want to have to mute him. We're gonna mute
Zach is great.
Listen, do you see this painting right here? Zach did that one right there.
Oh my gosh.
He did that one and he's done all of Barstool stuff. This guy is like a genius.
That
That's
one,
awesome.
this one right here too behind me is
Oh
mine.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank
You said your friend McCall did the shorts. What kind of was he doing funny stuff?
So, you guys may know him. His name is Sean Does Magic. He's a very big TikToker and he does magic. So he just does like different skits and people reacting to magic. And he does that on TikTok and then start posting on YouTube. And he also does vlogs on YouTube. He's a really funny guy.
I love that. I love that. Your process, McCall. Let's
Yes.
talk about that. So your last TikTok was when?
It was when I graduated. So a week ago.
Yes, you did the whole graduation thing. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your mindset now? Are you like, okay, let's talk operationally. Are you like,
Yes.
okay, do you have like a whiteboard that you go, all right, so I did a TikTok when I graduated. I'm going to do one this week. Do you wait to get inspired? Do you see a trend and go, I'm going to jump on this one? Help us.
So I'm definitely slacking on TikTok. I don't think anyone should look at my TikTok right now and should take any notes. I think that one of the most important things to do on TikTok is to post 2 to 3 times a day, 7 days a week. And that's when I saw my most growth. And that's when most creators see their most growth. I've had a hard time connecting with short form content. I've always loved long form content. And so I'm just trying to navigate what I want to do on TikTok because it's such an amazing opportunity. But when I was on my TikTok grind, I would definitely do brainstorms and then ideas would just come to me randomly. And I would be posting 2 to 3 times a day, just whatever felt right. And I really recommend that to anyone who wants to grow on TikTok.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
I know you do. That, I'm going to get to one of your TikToks, okay? That Dora the Explorer thing, okay?
Yes.
Is that you yourself or was that the app?
That is me.
All right, let's give it to me. Let me hear that Dora. Whenever you're ready, I want to hear that Dora. Give it to me.
All right, ready?
Let's do it.
Hola, yo soy Dora.
Dude, that is crazy. So, and now, why? Because you mixed it up. You did like a hair thing. You went one voice, you did the hair, and then you hit the Dora voice, right?
Yes.
Why did you do that? Because was that like a shock thing or what was that?
R.I.P. that. Hola, yo soy Dora. Swipe no swipe. I don't know why I do half the things that I do. I don't I just like whatever in the moment I'm like, oh, I got to do this. I just do it.
Do you remember what you said? Do you remember who you became before you hit the Dora?
I've done which TikTok was it? Because I've done Dora.
The biggest one. No, your biggest one. You surprised everybody. You went like, it was like this, and you went, hola, yo soy. You like confused everybody, but I'm sure that was the surprise, right?
I'm sure I planned it out. I don't remember the exact one that was.
It went from Hot Girl Summer to Dora the Explorer.
Always. You always got to whip out the Dora voice. It's like a party trick. You just got to do it.
How did you learn how to do that?
We were just like at lunch and I think that there was like this Snapchat filter of Dora that was on our recommended and I just tried to do her voice and I did it and everyone was like, and we were like, whoa, like why can I actually do her voice really well? And then ever since I just have kept doing it.
You just kept doing it. You said your mindset, you're not on short form. So what are you thinking on now? Long form?
Yeah, I've been putting all of my time and energy into YouTube. At 11 a.m., I just released my graduation vlog, and it's like my favorite vlog I've ever posted. Nice. And I edited it for like 3 days, and I was like so excited. So I've just been trying to edit as much as I can and really film a lot. But I know that I need to get back on TikTok, and I love watching TikToks. So I just need to find what feels right as far as making the content.
McCall, hold on a second, because I heard a dog.
Yeah.
Zach, no, you're good. You're good. What type of dog is that?
He's like a pit bull.
Nice, bro.
But
what's his name?
I need to go get him because he just ran.
Go do your thing. Go do your thing. McCall, I used to rescue pit bulls.
Are you serious?
And when I lived in Los Angeles for 6 years, but then when I moved to Las Vegas, I found myself in my 3rd year with a lot of time because I was in the nightclub business. Yeah. And the highest kill shelter in the country is in Los Angeles.
No.
It's in Carson. It's in Carson. Yeah, the Carson one is huge. So I started to get pit bulls out of there, and I'd go on Facebook and find them families, and then mine, Max, who's a blue nose pit bull, who's the best. So I love dogs. You?
I love dogs too, and it's so funny you say that. My sister's like one of her dream dogs is a pit bull because she hates the stereotype around them. But
The two biggest dogs. I was telling her, Zach, I used to rescue pit bulls.
Oh,
isn't that
really? I
so
didn't know that.
cute?
Yeah, it's just I had no idea. I live in a different world, so I had no idea that animals were rescued. I thought you just went somewhere and you got them and that's it. But at least in Las Vegas, the two highest breeds of animal that are in the shelters is pit bulls and chihuahuas. Chihuahuas, because people treat them like kids, and then they get very possessive over the owner, and they bite kids and they bite everything, and then people are like, you know what, I'm done with this.
Yeah. Gosh.
So, Zach, second
Yep.
question. Come on, man.
All right. So one thing just to bounce back off of, like, you know, you're talking about YouTube Shorts and stuff like that. I've seen people do specific channels on YouTube where it's like, you know, it's only shorts. And so has that been something you've thought about to maybe, because I've seen people do shorts channels and then they have another channel, but the shorts channel, you know, blows up. And then now you're able to leverage another account on YouTube over to your other account as well. Like, is that something that you've thought about?
I haven't personally thought about, but I think that is such a good idea. I think Mr. Beast did it. Like, I think that's so smart, and shorts are blowing up on YouTube. And I think I could be wrong. I think that YouTube recently made a budget for shorts. So they're going to try to pay creators more because since it's like 15-second videos, a lot of people weren't making that much money. So I think that they talked about doing that. So that's really smart. I think that if like you want a second channel, like everyone should get on that.
Yeah. No, it's $100 million. They said that, and it's no account minimums too. Like, you don't have to have any subscribers, any watch time, like, and that's where, like, I was talking about, you know, like reusing content. Like, I would just like, because I'm about to probably start a shorts channel, because I mainly post even shorts on my main channel too, but like I'm gonna just reuse all my TikToks onto a shorts channel because you're getting different people on there too versus on TikTok. But yeah,
I think that's awesome. I think that's very smart.
McCall, you said there with monetization or something like that. I shut mine down, and when I shut mine down, my account grew. Do you have yours on or off?
Mine is on, but I tend to use copyrighted music if I feel like a song really fits, and then the video
Then it gets shut down, huh?
Yeah.
So that's why I see people like I watch the Nelk Boys, and they always have like legit people singing. So that means that are they not doing copyright strikes anymore, or how does that work?
So in my recent video, I just used like 4 copyrighted music, and it gave me an email, and it was like, your video will not be monetized, but this is not a strike against your channel. So I don't know what you have to do to get a strike. Maybe you have to like claim it's yours or something, but you can use copyrighted music unless Taylor Swift's management. I'm a huge Swiftie. Like, she will take well, not her management will take videos down, and that breaks my heart because I would love to use her music. So I think it's like dependent on the label.
Yeah, I created the Drake song, so don't worry, guys. This is
Don't worry, guys.
Is Taylor Swift, is that your favorite artist?
Yes, I love her.
Favorite Taylor Swift song? I know it's gonna be hard. Just give me one.
My Tears Ricochet.
My Tears Ricochet. Is that a heartbroken song?
No, it's actually a song. It's kind of a long story. I'll keep it short. But basically, her old record label sold part of her music, so she doesn't own it all. And so it's a song to the man who signed her.
Is that didn't Scooter Braun buy her whole thing or no?
Yeah, he bought her masters, I believe it was.
Wow. So she's still number one. Is she still one of the top people?
Yes, definitely.
Did you like when she was dating Calvin Harris?
I thought it was fun. I thought dating a DJ is kind of fun, kind of like 20s. But I feel like after hearing some of the songs, I don't know if it was that fun.
Right. Who's she dating now?
She's been dating Joe Alwyn. I think he's a British actor, and she's been dating him for like 3 or 4 years now.
No way. So look at that. She found happiness.
Yes, we love to see it.
I know. Being a 17-year-old TikToker.
Yes.
One of the good things is that I don't know with what your content of what you do you deal with a lot of hate? Because it's not like you're trying to be somebody you're not. You know, it's like very funny. So I don't know do you get hated on a lot or no?
I get comments like girls aren't funny, and that's fine because
Yeah.
humor's objective. I don't care. And then,
Right.
when I make a crying video, the whole thing is like that I'm not understanding a concept. So if some people think I actually don't understand the concept, they'll be like, you're dumb, but I'm just playing a character. So it does not feel like a personal attack or anything. But I don't get any hate comments that hurt my feelings.
You mentioned, and there's another video that I like that I had written down. One of my favorite videos of you crying is you crying for Santa.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Is that real tears or how are we getting there?
So sometimes when I'm actually crying, I will film one of those videos to keep it super authentic. And then I also have like this eyelash oil, and sometimes I'll put it like right here and it looks like tears. It looks like my things, and then I'll fan my eyes so I start crying, and then I can usually just keep it going.
What is that? What type of eyelash oil is that?
It was like it was supposed to grow your eyelashes, but I just used it for TikToks. It was like argan oil or something. I don't know. But
Zach, one of the questions that I had, one of the suggestions that I had for McCall is, because I talked to her and I was like, man, this girl's very mature. Look, I thought she graduated college, not even high school, right? But then I saw there's a video of her. You were trying to do something for one of the D'Amelios to pick you in something.
yes.
Okay. The way you were explaining yourself, you sounded official. You know what I'm like your
Thank you.
English comes across clean. Like you look like an ambassador for the cause, whatever you're doing, right? Which a lot of people don't have that, but you do. Listen, I don't know if you practiced that or you're born that way, right? So I felt, Zach, that like I do with you, that she should, I know she's doing the long form stuff. I felt that she should review makeup stuff, hair products, shampoos, whatever, because whatever she's going to sell, I'm sure, especially in that demographic, I know people are going to buy, because the way she talks, it sounds so generous. Do you see any of that, Zach?
Yeah, I mean, it's just whatever you're interested in, because if you're interested in it, it's easy to sell because you actually, enjoy it and use it. So yeah, I definitely see that for sure. I need to start doing that too more as well, but it definitely makes sense because, if a brand sees that, it's like, okay, well, we already, like, there's a bunch of, examples of this creator specifically doing the things that we would be looking for, and they do it really good. So like it's basically, putting a big target on you to say, hey, like, I can sell your product like really well.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
That's so funny. When my mom watches this, she's going to laugh because with my family, I get so excited and I talk so fast. And my mom, when I'm talking, will go squirrel because like I never finish a sentence. But when I'm talking like on camera or something, I really try to slow down because sometimes like I have a clip of me and it sounds like I'm speaking gibberish because I just go and go and go. So it's been a goal of mine to kind of slow down and think about what I'm saying. So that actually means a lot.
Dude, it's perfect. Have you thought about anything with brands yet? I saw you, I think like 2 videos ago, do like a surprise box thing. I don't know if that was some kind of a brand thing. Have you done any of that yet?
Yeah, I think that might have been my first sponsorship on TikTok, but I do a good amount on YouTube, and I work with some really fun companies, and they really let me like share what I want about the product and give an honest review. So I've worked on that a little bit over there.
Any company you want to share here?
Sure. Oh my gosh. Okay. So there's this perfume company. It's called Dossier. And when they first hit me up, I'm like, I'm down to get some new perfume. And they gave me this one scent and I wear it every day. Like it's my favorite scent now. It's amazing. I love it.
Who else have you gotten? So we got Dossier. Who else?
I've done like, I think it was Dove, and they were like a skincare company, and they gave me one of those skincare brushes.
You see, I told you, I'm right up in the alley. You see that? I knew it.
Yeah, and I loved using that because I used to have really bad acne, and then I did like an acne treatment, and it's a lot better now. But like it feels like I'm really cleaning my skin, and I love that because it's like a nice exfoliation. So that was fun too.
Nice. See, look at this. Watch this. Look at this, McCall, for you. So this is a baseball glove, right? You see that?
I see it.
See that company? There's Rawlings, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you see that logo right there?
Oh my gosh, that's your logo.
That's the logo, and it's the same back there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was the first person to get a sponsorship deal with these people, right? Just the biggest. That's like saying Nike for basketball is a big deal. But it all started because I was working with little kids, probably like age 7, 8 years old, and ironically, the parents were telling me, dude, do you have a deal with Rawlings? Because I was pushing the product so much because the bat was working real good. And then a year later, I signed with them, and I've been with them for 3 years now. But
That
see?
is so awesome. Oh
and
my
I don't
gosh.
and I don't speak or sound as good as you do. So if I'm doing that, you should be like, I would go outside, whatever car you have, guys. This is what kind of car do you have?
I do not have a car right now.
So what cars are at the house? Eddie, give me one type of car.
Oh my gosh, I'm so bad with cars. A Tesla.
You have a Tesla?
No, I don't. My friend does.
What about at the house? What at your house? What do you have?
Oh, well, I live with 5 roommates. And so one of my roommates has a Tesla.
Okay, is that the white one where you guys filled it with the balls?
Yes.
Okay. Guys,
Indeed.
I'm telling you, watch McCall. I will go outside tomorrow and talk about whatever model is. Guys, I want to show you the model, this, blah, blah, blah. I think it would do amazing.
Oh, okay. I'll
I
start
think
doing that.
I think I would literally pick a thing but it has to be something you like. Now, if you hate the Tesla, don't do it. But if you love the Tesla, I think your English is perfect for that.
Thank you.
Yes, I do. Your parents, when you started doing this, I saw your dad has a sense of humor that you put is like Funny Larry or something like that. What's his name? What's your dad's name?
Thomas.
But you said in one of the videos, you said he's like Funny Thomas. He has like a side to him.
Yeah, probably. I love my dad. I put him in my videos.
So him being that kind of personality, I'm sure that helped a lot. How hard was selling this that you're doing to your parents?
So it was hard for them to get them to let me do YouTube because my parents are a little bit older. And so they had the perspective that social media is dangerous. This is where kids talk to strangers and get like kidnapped and stuff at first. And I had an older sister though. So she had kind of like, they like went through like she like had Instagram and stuff. So they kind of started understanding. So I convinced them to let me do YouTube. And then there's been a couple instances in the past years where they get like, I don't know if you should be on here. It's kind of scary. But now now that they understand it and they took the time to like, let me talk to them, they're so supportive. They're like my number one fans and I love them so much.
Dude, I love that. How old are your parents?
My dad just turned 60.
That means he had you at what?
My mom had me at 40 and she just turned like 57 again. I think she's turning 58.
That's going to be like me, dude. I had my son at 41.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, well, I like it. How hard is it? Because in my world, it's a little weird. I love the TikTok world, the YouTube world, looking from my perspective in. But in my world, when I started in the baseball world, I never really liked the content creators. I didn't like what people were doing because I felt that everything was a sell to either, take lessons with me, or if God forbid you don't like what I teach, you suck as a person and I hate you and I hope you die.
Yeah.
Right? It was like the worst thing. So I always viewed myself as a YouTuber, TikToker, whatever, even at my age and my thing. How hard is it for you to collaborate with either people of equal thing? Because listen, anybody that has 10,000 followers, like, oh my God, McCall, yeah, great. But has it been hard to collaborate with people equal to you or even higher? How have you viewed that?
So moving to LA, I kind of quickly realized that my content doesn't really involve collaborations. And I talk to my friends about this a lot because we'll have a collab day where like sometimes like a ton of creators come over and everyone's getting content. And I've just realized for whatever reason, I like it to kind of just be me and like my really close friends. But every creator that I've met has been so kind, even if they have like 9 million followers or 10 and have like had me in one of their videos. Like I'm really yet to meet anyone who I'm like, oh, like they were not very nice. So
and did that happen because you brought it up, or they're like, hey, McCall, just jump on this video? How did that work?
Usually they'll just be like, do you want to be in this video? Like if they're over at our house, and we've become friends with most people. Like we have met the most amazing creators here. One of my favorite is Nathan Davis. He's a TikToker and singer. Primarily he does music, but we became friends with him and I've been in a couple of his videos, and now he's like a big brother. I really love him. Nice.
Advice you get from these people. Anything you want to share that you've learned? To be like, you know what, I learned this from this guy, I learned this from that.
I think that one of my best friends and roommate, Sean, really talked to me about the algorithm and how like there is kind of like an actual system to how these different platforms work. And of course, some people get lucky and some people don't do the research, but Sean really motivated me to go to a YouTube seminar and actually like handwrite notes and like see that there is like it's not all by chance. Like, you know, the creators of these platforms, like they make an algorithm that we can all learn so our content can do better.
Is that Think Media thing?
Mm-mm.
What class did you go to?
So my friend Sean's management is Collab, and so they had a YouTube rep come and lead a seminar because they were YouTube was just changing their algorithm. They changed it a lot, so they were explaining the new algorithm to creators, and I got to go. And so it was virtual, but I just wrote notes and soaked in all the information I could.
Anything you want to share with us? Anything that you learned? You're like, oh, look, that was helpful.
Yeah. So their algorithm's always changing. So I don't know if it's changed since the seminar. It was, I think at the end of last year or beginning of this year. And so previously, which I was not aware of, they were really distributing people's YouTube videos by what was written in the description, which I had no idea of, like how you described the video. And then they changed that. And last I know, they made it to like what you say in the video. So what you keep saying. So like in my graduation vlog, I made it a point to really say, today I'm graduating today. So then they put it on like seniors, like For You pages and people who have watched videos like that. So like whatever the video is, just like say it a lot.
You just were you saying that. How the title of a video?
Yes.
How important is that? I've used, but I have no idea how to use it. I think it's like Trixper or something. I've used YouTube. I think it's TubeBuddy.
Okay.
Or VidQID or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And because I had a friend of mine who was on the show. He has a food channel.
Oh, fun.
And he's in the millions. The guy goes to India, eats, and 5 million is like crazy, right? He's like, oh, you should use vidIQ, whatever. But I have no idea how to use that thing. Like it's like looks like Chinese. How do you do the right YouTube title? Like, how do you do that?
So I think that the thumbnail and title are extremely important. I think of it like a little kid looking at like children's book, like they're going to pick the one with the prettiest cover and like what cover they like. Because, you know, like you could have such an amazing video, but if you can't get them to click on it, like it's not going to do well. And so in YouTube analytics, there's this section where you can see what your subscribers are watching. So I will look at the videos that they've been watching in the last 28 days and see like what thumbnails they enjoy clicking on. And I'll kind of try to do the same thing because even though my content's different, I know what they want to watch.
Where's your audience? What is your audience age range?
I think it's like 16 to like 21 is
nice.
And it's mostly female.
Yeah. I'm 18 to 44, majority dudes.
Rock on, yeah.
Majority dudes. So a lot of dudes are gonna check this out. Zach, hit it with something.
Okay, so I did do some research, obviously, into the TikTok and everything, but I did see pretty much a year ago, this was June 7th, 2020, you hit 10K on TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's like a year from that, and that you're at like over like, 500,000 or whatever on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
What a year from now, what do you see? It doesn't have to be a number, but like where, like, do you see yourself, like what type of content do you see yourself doing, and what are your like goals for the next year kind of?
My goals for the next year are to grow my YouTube, which also revolves around TikTok and really like putting content that will convert my TikTok audience to my YouTube audience. And so I hope by next year I have like a really strong YouTube following and because that's what I really want to do long term. Like I would love to be a YouTuber like throughout almost the rest of my life. I really want to take on other projects. Like I'd love to act, but I see like longevity in YouTube. I think like flash forward 5 years from now, I don't know how many people will still be using TikTok.
For sure. One other thing too that I had, I've seen, so me and Coach have been using this feature a lot here recently, but I've seen you use it like a couple times, the comment reply video feature. What do you think about that? And like using that?
I think it's I think it's really convenient. Like if you want to make a whole video around it, like then your audience can see what was commented. I think it's a funny way to respond to hate sometimes. I think that so many creators respond to stuff, and I think it's so funny.
Yes.
And it's always so funny when someone responds to the hate comment and then you click on the comment, it says comment no longer available. That always makes me chuckle a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think it's great for creators to really connect with their audience and like show like I see what you're saying and like I'm responding to you. It feels very personable and like you're building a friendship.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's the best feature on any, because honestly, it's literally what Cameo is. You know, like people, that is Cameo. So, except they don't really pay for it. But I love that feature because I started using it like in December. And I just started replying to every comment that I got, which that's what Coach is doing right now.
Hey, that's me right now, man.
I love that. Do you guys feel like it helps you get like closer with your audience?
100%. And it's the only reason why my account has any type of following now is because of that feature. Because you're just engaging back with that, you know, your community at a way higher rate. And if you do it more than anyone else and someone clicks on your profile, they see, oh, wow, this person, this creator is responding to all these comments and like actually talking to their community. Because instead of like a text, it just feels way more personable, like you were saying. So, it like, as far as like total comments too, I actually think on TikTok now, comments and every social media, in my opinion, comments are actually worth more than likes now, in my opinion, especially on TikTok. But everyone can leave one like on a post, but if you can incite someone to leave 10 comments versus one, the engagement that you're getting could just be like, because someone will sit there and just comment for hours sometimes. Because they just want to get a response out of you, which is the whole thing. You're just trying to always, you know, engage back with the community, which is what, you know, like you were saying, you're trying to grow and get like a closer, tight knit community, especially like on YouTube as well, which is
I always I sometimes get a little frustrated when I go to someone's page and I see that like they don't reply to any of the comments. I understand when like someone gets like an excessive amount of hate, and so like I'm like opening the comment section would just not be fun. Like even like Addison Rae, anytime I see her post a TikTok and I open the comments, it's all hate. So like if I was her, I would never open that. But sometimes I see like these creators that have like a couple 100K or a couple million, and they're not responding to the people who are like, you know, like giving them their time. Like as creators, like people are giving us their time, and that is so cool. And I can't believe that some people don't like talk to their audience. Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
McCall, you see that high editing there? I just hit you with the bottom. You see that? Come on, that's big time budget here. Look at that budget. Look at that.
I see it. I like the banner moving.
You see how it moves?
Yes.
All right.
I see it all.
Dude, I am all that on TikTok. I did a couple of TikTok things, but I didn't understand the edit. I didn't understand the trends, and then I didn't dance, or I get when I would speak at places, my interview with Logan Paul, and it's like nothing. My boy Zach up there, he goes, "Listen, dude, just respond back to people for you, and I think it'll be great." I was like, "All right." So I just started all day just responding to people. And I'm not on your level, I'm not on any of you guys' level, but on Sunday, and how many videos do I have, Zach?
I can look right now.
Look right now, real quick.
It's over 1,000. I mean,
oh, look at you!
Because all I do all day.
Awesome.
It's the fastest way to get content. Because I can tell you how many I have, and then
how many you have?
I have 6,688 TikToks.
That's
posted.
Awesome.
Coach, let's see. I mean, Coach was like, he's spiked up really fast here in the past month. I mean,
McCall, I was at zero. And then this guy tells me, I'm like, all right, let's go. Where am I at? Tell me.
Let's see. 1,699.
Look at you go.
Look at that.
You're about to hit 2K.
I'm about to hit 2K on Sunday. I got to 900 followers. Yesterday I hit 1,000. Now we're like at 1,500 or something like that, you know?
That's awesome.
All from that. That's it. All I do is just respond to people all day. Now, I don't know the ages of these people. I don't know what they do, but I just encourage them and we
Mhm.
go forward and we created the Blank Army. So if you get Blank Army comments, you know where it's coming from. He's the CEO of the Blanks. I created the Blank Army and we're just pushing it from there.
That's awesome.
McCall, your second podcast, how do you feel? Let's take a little break here. How do you feel so far?
I feel amazing. I was texting my mom before this. She was like, "Are you excited? Like, what are you going to talk about?" And I was like, "I'm super excited because I loved the conversations that we had." And I was telling my mom, I was like, "I think it's just going to be such a fun time, like talking. I don't feel any stress or like nerves."
With that, so all right. I knew you'd have fun. I think we're doing good, Zach. What do you think?
I think we're doing great. I had a couple other questions. So
Let's go.
You were talking about Sean, and I saw the other kind of like 4 or 5 friends that like you say you do like a lot of this other. I guess you said you don't collaborate them with too much, or I guess is that your group that you're collaborating with, like you were saying, or?
So we're like a friend group who we all live together. But anytime one of us like meets someone, we'll bring them to the house and like all collaborate. Well, this happened a couple months ago. A lot of the boys are pursuing other things than TikTok, but in the past we would like have collab days and like a ton of creators would come over. But I've been in so many of the boys' videos and they've been in mine because they're my besties. I love them. They're my brothers. But yeah,
that's awesome. So it's not a TikTok house, is it? It's not classified.
It was a TikTok house. Last year, we started a TikTok creator house called The Pound, and then we hit 1 million followers, and then we moved to LA together, and then we just realized that I think this happens a lot when you work with family or friends. We are just so much better at being friends than being like co-workers. I don't know how it works for a TikTok house, but we just all knew that we would be happier if we supported each other in our own endeavors instead of trying to do one together, because we had such different ideas of what we wanted for our future and the opportunities we wanted to pursue. So that ended, but we still live together and we're besties for the resties, and I love them.
That's awesome, because like you can still, like you said, you can still create with them whenever you want, and it's not that relationship isn't like, killed because of like the work, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Another thing too, like I know you said you like, posting about, working out and like mental health and physical health. Like, what do you think is so important about posting that, especially as a creator, not only for like other people who are trying to do the same thing, but like just people who are following and just like following you just because they enjoy seeing your content? And like, why do you think it's important to show people that specifically?
So when I think it was like 1.5 years ago, or 2 years now, when I was going through my breakup, I searched on YouTube. I was like heartbreak documented, and like there was like nothing I was really looking for. And I was just looking for someone who documented them going through it. And everyone did like a year later how I'm feeling and all this. And I was like, I feel like no one understands how I feel right now. And so then I documented myself healing from it. And then I realized everyone understands how I was feeling. And so from then on, I was like, okay, I am just going to be very vulnerable with my audience, because I don't really care to share I don't have a problem with sharing personal information. And I think that that's something kind of like special about me, because some people are more guarded and reserved, and that's totally fine. I just realized I'm so comfortable with sharing a lot. And so I took advantage of that ever since.
Yeah, that's great, because I mean, Coach and I mean, we try, and there's a lot of creators that do cross that line, I think, where they're putting out honestly like negative content, especially like when they're like interacting with their community like in a negative way too as well. But like I can tell from your content, like you're just trying to like, create like a positive community, and that's what, me and Coach are trying to do as well. So like what are things that you see when it comes to, like we were talking about the reply videos, like what are things that you have thought of or have done to like invest back into your community? Like people do giveaways, like are there other things that you are interested in doing or have done in the past when it comes to stuff like that?
Yeah, I would love to meet my followers one day, but for now I kind of learned their names. Like I can name like Abigail, Micah, Boz, Edward, Caleb, like people who comment on a lot of my videos, and I respond to them every time. Like they're genuinely my friends, and I love them. And so I just try to like, if they DM me, I like answer my DMs every day. Like I just want these people to know that like I'm human, you're human. Let's talk about being human and be friends. And I think that just building a connection, because I think that it's easy to just feel like we are producing content for numbers and not people, because we see a number on the screen, but like these are people with lives and friends and family and dreams, like giving us their time, and it like blows my mind sometimes. And so I just I want to know about them and like what they're doing, because they care so much to know what I'm doing. So I think that building a relationship is really important with your followers.
Yeah, that's great.
I love it. You mentioned the heartbreak there, McCall. How,
Yes.
from a scale of 1 to 10, how bad was the heartbreak?
I would say it was very dramatic, and I was very immature at the time. And so probably me back then would have told you it was 11, and this it was raining cats and dogs and everything was going to fall apart. And now I look back and I was like, wasn't too bad. Like, just part of life.
And dude, and you're only 17. Wait till you're 27. You're going to be like, wow, that's really part of life.
No, yeah, I know. I was just so dramatic, and I'm really happy that it helped so many people, but I don't watch it. I don't think I'll ever be able to watch it, because to me, it's like, it's such a different version of myself. And I'm just like, girl, like, why was your happiness like a person? Like, but that's how we learn. So I'm very like appreciative of the experience, but it's such like a cringy
Situation.
part of my past.
Yeah, it's a little interesting. How many views does that video have?
I think I can check. Let me see. Let me look at this for us. It is it's one of my best videos. I know that. I think it's my second best video. It is at 1 million views.
Look at you. How does it feel? Zach has witnessed the same thing. Both you guys have hit over 1 million in videos. I haven't had, but Zach and you have. How does that feel knowing that 1 million people watch your thing?
Well, in my situation, I'm just happy it helped people. I just have to tell myself that, because I'm like 1 million people like saw me crying every day for like so long, and like, I don't know. It's like I just like cringe at how I reacted to the situation, but like it makes me so happy. Like I've gotten like thousands of DMs over the year that I posted it, like about how it helped people. So it feels so cool that I was able to like show so many people like, I totally understand what you're going through, because that's why I made it. Because when I was going through it, I felt like no one understood. So it felt very full circle. Like I accomplished what I was set out to do.
Hell yeah, that's why. But that's why I like you doing all that stuff, because you have no fakeness about you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And I deal with a lot of that because I'm a little older, and I have a lot of people reach out to me, and a lot of people be like, oh, look at my content and take a look at my stuff and be like this and be like that. And I'm like, oh, this girl's fake. And I see it, it's like very like cookie cutter, very like want to be polished. And I go, you're not going to pop, and it's crazy because I'm going to have her on the show, I think next week. Nikki Spolstra, she's really talented. She happens to be the wife of the head coach, or the head coach of the Miami Heat.
Oh, cool.
And she has a good story, great story. And it's funny how everybody has something that they're holding back themselves of attacking their thing. Whatever it is one thing, and with you, I don't see that yet. I'm sitting, I'm looking at this, I'm like, wow, man, this girl's going to be an animal. She's going to be a monster, because everybody kind of likes you, because you're not like you have a great thing to rise, because nobody's not going to hate on you, because you don't have this threatening vibe to you. You have a very like, oh, let's all be together and let's have a great time vibe, and those people win,
Thank you.
Almost like a Lele Pons kind of thing is the vibe I get.
Yeah.
Yeah. YouTube video. How do you view the content? So, okay, so you did a graduation video.
Yes.
How do you view what you're putting on YouTube? Are you doing more documenting my life? Like, okay, this week I got a horse, I'm going to talk about that. Or are you going to purposely go ride a horse and then talk about it? Like, how do you view that? I
never plan a bit or content. I just show what's going on in my life. And I watch people who do plan bits. I used to watch David Dobrik's vlogs, and those were all very intentional. I was very entertained. But I also love people that don't do that, like Claudia Sulueski. She's a YouTuber and she's one of my favorites, and she just shows what's going on in her life. And I feel like I connect the most with creators who are just like, this is my life, come live it with me. Like, this is what we got going on. I don't think there's any harm in planning stuff out. I just never have.
There was a girl that does that, and I forgot her name right now. She was young too. She would always do the coffee. She's very, very, very popular, and she would just do very bland stuff, but it just blew up.
Yeah.
McCall, any questions for me or for Zach?
What is like your dream for this podcast? Like when you look forward 10 years, like where do you see yourself?
I see myself doing exactly what I'm doing right now.
That's
Like
awesome.
I've treated this will be episode 94, and I've had really famous people, and then I've had unknown people, and I've had whatever, and I take this like if a gazillion people are watching this.
Yeah.
Because I have so much fun doing it, and I'm genuinely interested in people. And majority of times I've had people on that I know it's awesome, that I connect and it's good. Sometimes I have people on where I'm like, oh man, they're too into their image. They don't want to shoot it from the hip. They want to whatever. So I just look at the clock and I go, all right, I'm going to give this person 30 minutes and that's it. Because there's nothing else. And they just sit there. They sit there and they're stuck and they don't understand it yet. With you, it's super easy because you grew up in this. So you could talk for 4 hours and you'll be great and you have nothing to hide. But a lot of people, especially older people that didn't grow up in this, have difficulty sharing certain stuff. Because Zach, how old are you? What, 23, 24?
Just turned 23.
So he's young too. So you guys are in that thing. I'm 42. So for people my age, it's a little weird to like say stuff and they get real. So my goal with this is more important to grow a podcast or whatever. That if that's going to happen, great. If it isn't, it doesn't. But when was the last time? Like I did it with Zach. Zach, super talented guy, DM me out of the blue because he saw me on a platform and I spoke to him and I said, man, this is what I'm seeing with you. I see these talents. You got to attack. And it was last year during the pandemic. And now look at the guy. He's blown up and stuff. But like I asked you, McCall, you have this huge following. You're doing great with her. How many people a day actually tell you, man, McCall, I'm real proud of you. You're doing awesome. Doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be the person that anybody that ever comes in contact with me in a genuine way, that I can bring that for you for an hour, for 120, and it'd be legit. And you'd be like, man, I didn't think about that, but wow. So this guy says I should go outside and do a Tesla thing. I don't plan anything, but let me see if I can, you know what? Let me do an item a week and let's see what the hell happened. I'm going to grab Crest toothpaste, mouthwash, the eye thing, the hair color thing, and just talk about it. And I think, so that's my goal with this.
I love that. And I do love your idea. I will put it into action, but I think that's all so amazing. How about you, Zach? What do you want to do? Like, where do you see yourself?
In 10 years, 5 years, or
just whatever feels right.
Well, I'm about to hopefully start a podcast here soon.
Yay! Let's go.
So hopefully I can get that up and going. But I mean, just continue to, go hard on social media and the art. And I just I know because I've been doing this art stuff for like a year and a half, and I wasn't planning on doing it. Like I graduated college with a sports management degree, and then
dope.
Yeah, and then just decided to become an artist like out of nowhere. But for me, it's like always experimenting with different that's because I just love being creative. So that's why I think I've been able to enjoy social media a lot now, more that I've gotten into it, because I can experiment different ways on how I want my videos to look, or how I want to make them, or whatever. But and it's the same true as with my art. So I just want to experience and experiment, a bunch of different things, and also traveling. I love traveling. I'm trying to go to LA bad. I just went to Miami for the first time 2-3 weeks ago or something like that, and then that was awesome. And I've been to New York 4 times in the past year, and I love New York, so I'm trying to travel everywhere.
That's so awesome. Can't
wait to
see it happen.
Hold on. Let me ask you to the live guys. Any questions for McCall or my man Zach? Hit me now in the chat. Any questions before we let her go? I'm gonna keep her on here a little while. Any questions? Shout out to my man Preston Amato sending me roses ×1. What does roses ×1 mean?
That's a gift. He sent you money.
What?
Yeah.
What? Baseball Authority, roses ×2. Oh boy. Now we're doing it. We're gonna get McCall here. We're gonna have her on every week. McCall, you know what I think of, man? One of the most genius things that my boy Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports is.
Mhm.
You know who that is?
Yeah.
So when you look at DDTG and you look at his office, the painting in the back that he has, Zach did that. So it's a Zach painting. But one of the most genius things that he did was create BFFs.
Yeah, I watch it.
Because how I didn't even know a Josh Richards or whatever, you know? Listen, Zach, I'm thinking that if we can get McCall, okay, to give us, I don't know, man, 2 episodes a month. And because McCall is going to be interesting because she speaks so clean and she's so marketable and so lovable, she'll do whatever she wants, you know? I say she should kind of do like, what do you think of this, Zach? And we're going to have to ask her, obviously, but let's see. I think we should do a Los Amigos thing or something like that. You know what I mean? Where McCall brings a friend. Listen, I don't want to hack it where it has to be this person that you're going to have to like do 1,000 TikToks for. But anybody in your world, have them on. Okay? And I think we should talk to them. What do you think of that, Zach?
I'm 100% down. I love just hearing like different creators, especially on like and what they're like planning on doing, especially like on the same platforms that I'm on. You know what I mean? Because that's how you get inspiration and see other people like pursuing their goals. So it gets you inspired to pursue yours. So I love that. That would be amazing.
McCall, somebody wants to know. McCall's like, yeah, right, bro. McCall's like, somebody wants to know, McCall, where are you from?
I'm from Washington State. Woo.
Washington, like the up west state? Like Washington, like the Huskies? Like up there?
Yeah.
What part of Washington?
I'm right outside of Portland. We're like 15 minutes outside of Portland, Oregon.
Oh, so you're really close to the border.
Yeah.
I've been to Portland. I've spoken at Corvallis.
Oh, period.
At Oregon State. What does period mean? Is that like, yeah? What does period mean?
It's like, yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like, period.
Period. So no cap. So that's
sometimes
no cap.
T at the end.
No cap. Period.
Period. Zach, we got to start doing that.
Oh, gosh.
McCall, I think you've been amazing.
Thank you.
The YouTube, I'm telling you, I don't know if I told you this. I predicted Eric Decker. You know Eric?
Sounds super familiar, but I'm better with faces.
So Eric, when I interviewed Logan Paul, this is a famous story. When I interviewed Logan Paul last year, 2020, right before I go on to him, this dude is there, and he literally snuck in to the fight. It was Jake Paul was fighting Anderson Gibb.
I do know this guy.
Yeah.
He's
So he was right before me, and I'm watching him pitch Logan that he should join Maverick. Like literally, I'm watching this kind of like, and I was looking at him the whole time, and I saw a couple of holes in a couple things he did. And after I said, hey man, I want to talk to you for a second. I talked to Logan, whatever, and I grabbed him aside. I said, listen, I want to tell you something, man. You got a lot of talent, bro. You have star stuff. I would have done this and this differently, but you're gonna crush it. McCall, at the time, this dude had 1,400 subscribers, something like that.
Wow! Look at him now.
He shows me a video, sends me a video. So I'm like, oh, let me see your work, whatever. I was like, oh my God. He's at like 1.2 million now. He's a monster. Like he's a monster. So much that Jake Paul did a thing with him of, hey, to join him or whatever. He's like, nope. And even nope, because he's his own person now, you know? And he's like, so that talent is sick. I see you there. I see you as long as you don't get heartbroken again, right? Or we lose you to love or something.
Yes.
I think you're going to do absolutely amazing. So I'm a big fan of yours.
Thank you so much.
Zach loves your stuff too.
Thank you, Zach.
Before we let you go, tell us where we can find you, all the stuff you have going on, everything you want to plug, go for it. Remember, this is a bilingual. The beauty about being on the Coach HP show, by the way, McCall, es que aquí se habla español también. So la audiencia habla inglés y habla español. So we got like a Spanglish thing going. So we talk kind of like this. It'd be like, dímelo, McCall, ¿cómo tú estás? Nothing. I'm here. You're on the podcast con McCall y con Zach. Tell them, McCall, where can they find you?
You guys can find me at McCall Mirabella on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest if you feel like it, Twitter, all of them, all of the above.